welcome back to my channel. And yes, I have a spider on the top of my head. I know it looks weird, I know, because of the legs, but it is a spider. Um and here I am for another book tag. This time is Halloween Creatures book tag, and I will um compare each Halloween creatures with the book. Not compare, is more associate Halloween creatures with a book, and just a fun thing to do. Halloween is approaching, and I'm super excited and happy to actually do something fun with Halloween that you will find out in a few days. So, for each creature, I will choose a book that reminds me of that, or something that is related with that creature, and let's get started. Um, the first creature is witch, and for which I need to choose magical book. And for that book, I will choose Amulet by Kazu Kipushi. So this is the story about a girl and boy, they are brother and sister, and they move house with their mother, and the mother gets taken away by a creature, and they follow the mother until this strange world where everything is different and new, and they need to rescue their mother before the time comes up. So this is a series of 8 or 9 books. It's graphic novel. I have 8 books of them, and I've read the first one and I really enjoy it, and I am really excited to actually go through the other books and see what the story is about more further. Obviously, apparently the girl is using this amulet to defeat her enemies and save her mother, but she's still trying to control the powers of that amulet. So, and still a mystery of what is the amulet, that why she was chosen to have the amulet. So it answers that I don't have it yet, so I have to read the rest of the series to find out. For werewolf, I have perfect book for nightmares, and that I have Anya's Ghost by Farah Proskal. So this is the story about a girl that she makes friendship with the ghost that became her worst nightmare. So this is a really fun story, and I really enjoy it. It is scary and spooky. If you don't like ghosts very much, and it's a really good story, and it's graphic novel. So for next one, Frankenstein, book that shocked you. And for this one, I choose Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This book at the end shocked me a bit, and I had to process a little bit the end of the story, and it was a really good one. I really enjoy it. I'm not very into the mystery and crime and solve murder stories and everything, but this one was very good and I really enjoy it. The next one is The Devil, dark character, and the dark character that I chose was Tammy from the Night of the Living Dummy from the Goosebumps series by R.L. Stine. So this is the story about a Tammy. I can't really remember if it is haunted or was a magical thing happening on him, dark spell or something, but this time he is alive and he's after you to kill you if you don't play by his rules. So yes, it is scary. It is really scary. Grim Reaper, character that should never have died. And probably a lot of people will relate it, but I chose Brie from the short Second Life of Brie Tanner by Stephanie Meyer. So this is from the Twilight series. This is complement of the third book where of the battle between the Collins and the newborns, led by Victoria, and I think Brie should never have died. It was a sad ending, and it was really was one of the few characters that I thought it shouldn't have go, and it should have given a second chance because it wasn't her fault, and she was just doing what was teached to her about that world that she didn't know about, and I thought it was unfair her death. Zombie, book that make you hungry for more. Okay, a book that I would love to have a continuation, and I don't think so it does have a continuation, is Laura Dean's Keep Breaking Up With Me by Rosemary Valero Olcolan. So this is a story about a girl. She is in love for Laura Dean, and Laura Dean keeps breaking up with her and making up with her and breaking up and making up, and she's always on this cycle. And on the end, she does kick her off and starts a relationship with her best friend. But I would love to see a bit more of how the characters ended up, how was senior year, and I don't know if this have a continuation, but I would love to see a continuation of this book, and what else more it could be explored from the characters. Okay, next one is Gargoyle. And for Gargoyle, I have character that you would protect at all costs. For this one, a character that I would protect at all costs would be Ada from Follow Me to Ground by Sue Rainsford. So Ada is his girl. She was built and pulled from the ground, and she had these special abilities, and she in the meantime falls in love, and it's just her finding out and trying to figure it out who she is. And I would protect this girl because her character, it's so innocent, so beautiful, complex, and she is finding out all these feelings and trying to find out who she is and what she wants to become. It is a beautiful story. Sadly, I didn't connect very well with the story at the first time I read it, but I am happy to have another go and see if I can actually connect with the story on the second time I will read it. Now, Vampire, book that sucked the life out of you. I didn't choose a vampire story with this one. I don't know why, but I don't have a vampire story that sucked the life out of me. But I have another story that it did suck the life out of me in a way that I couldn't stop reading until the end, and that was 1Q84 by Murakami. And this is the story about a boy that he is writing down about his world, and that world becomes a reality. And that was wow, just amazing, and that it definitely sucked the life out of me because it's a trilogy of 3 books. This is the first and the second book, and I have the third book on the bookshelf, and it is really amazing, and I really love it, the story, and I recommend you to give it a try because it is a really good story, and the book is just amazing. Now, and it did suck at going back to the book. It did suck at the life out of me because of all the things that happened on the book, and uh, it's just a book that I don't have words for that book. It's just a book that you are eager to read more, and I was so grasped on the book that I wanted to stop it in a way that I wanted to put it down and eat, drink, sleep, and everything else. But I wanted to read more and more and more. And I think on the time I was reading that books, I didn't sleep that much because I was eager to read more and I wanted to finish the books as soon as possible. So it is a really good book and I really love it. And I was really happy to actually get into it and just read it. So it did in a way sucked the life out of me, and it's just my life stopped just to read that book, kind of. Now, Ghost, book that haunted you. This is a book that it haunted me on a way that I'm always thinking how people are capable to do such things. And that was Jack the Ripper. So this is the story of the very famous serial killer from London. And I always read this book and I always have kind of a nightmare, or I always think a lot about it. And I really love it, the story. It helped me to understand a little bit more about the story and details and everything. And it's graphic novel, so it is very easy to read and actually understand the story. And if you're just curious to know what happened and how he done it, more or less, it's a really good book. It just gives you a really nice view of the story and what happened. Demon, book that scares you. It doesn't completely scare me, but it does scared me a little bit, the way it was written. And welcome to Camp Slider by R.L. Stein from Goosebumps series. And this is the story about a boy who's going on this summer camp, and friends get missing, people disappear all the time, and he's trying to find out this mystery. And the scariest part is when he finds out that his family is involved. So it does scare a little bit because the people you most trust are the ones who are betraying you, and that's scary. Way everything else. And this is a really nice story. It's very small, like all Goosebumps stories. They are very small, but it is a really nice story, and it's great for me to create that who wants to have a good read this Halloween. Now, Skeleton, book you have a bone to pick with. Probably people will not agree with me. This is just personal opinion, I promise. But when I went to research, Bone to Bake With is a book that you have something there that you don't like it, or you don't like the book, or you don't like the character or something. And I chose Which is Steeped in Cold by Sia Non-Smart. For me, was a confused story. Characters, I didn't connect with the characters. And it is a very big story, over 500 pages. For me, over 500 pages is a big story, and it took me a while to engage, to actually understand the characters, understand the plot. For me, it was confusing. Maybe for someone else, they love it, they enjoy it, and fair enough. I get that, I respect that, but I didn't connect it, and I didn't manage to actually bond with book and story. Okay, Mumming. Book I will preserve through time. And that is not Harry Potter. I will preserve through time, but I didn't choose Harry Potter for this one. For this one, I chose Cinderella is Dead by Kathleen Perron. And this is the story about a girl who lives in a world from Cinderella. This is a Cinderella retale where all the girls of 16 years old are forced to go to this ball to choose their future husband. Hold on a balance, and apparently the things are not exactly what looks like. And I really loved it. The story was beautiful, it was gorgeous. I love retelling, especially Disney retelling, and this story, it was amazing. It's very well worth it to read it. And last but not least, Creepy Doll. So book cover that scares you to look at. And obviously, Revenge of the Living Damning by R.L. Stine. This cover scares the way of me. Look at that. This is really gorgeous, but really scary. And it's just scary. Sorry, but it's the light on it. But it is a really scary book cover. And I tried to find that this is the scariest one I have. I don't think so. I have another one more scary than this one. So this is the scariest one I have. So this is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy it, the book tag, and you are free to do it if you like it. Just let me know and show me your video for I can see what was your choices and what did you pick for each one of them. And I hope to see you next time for a new video. Bye!